What is up, YouTube? Joe Wager here. We're doing a technical analysis for my boy Ethan Hoppe. Ethan purchased the program a while ago, and we've been working with him. And today we're going to take a look at his throw. As you can see here, I'm comparing it to a side-by-side or side view video of Gerd Cantor. I want to make it clear, not everyone should try to throw like Gerd, including myself. But he is someone who demonstrates doing a lot of things correctly. So I use him as a technical model very often. Now, if you're 5'8", that doesn't mean you should throw like someone who's 6'8". But it doesn't mean that you throw everything out the window. So that is why we still model or use technical models of people who are a bit taller or shorter than us. I'm going to show you both videos first. Let's check it out. Watch that a few times, one more time. Okay, got it down. Let's watch Gerd here just twice. So, most important thing here is you have to have corn playing while you're throwing. Otherwise, you'll never throw past 72 meters. Let's get on with it. Ethan, biggest thing. So, I see the throw. I always look at two things in the throw. Number one, technical things. And number two, fluidity, rhythm. Stuff that, where you can, imagine if you were half blind. You were really blurry vision and you're watching someone throw. You can't see like the exact technical stuff, but you can see the way they move through the circle. And I want to get on that first. You start off with the body language of a cactus, which I'm not dogging on cacti, but you're a thrower, your arms are noodles. Your right arm doesn't do anything in the throw. Your right arm is just along for the ride. It attaches the discus to your body. So relax those arms. I'm not saying put your arms in your pockets, but you want to demonstrate and look relaxed out of the back. Let's look at Gerd row here. That right arm, that's not doing crap right there. It's just along for the ride, dragging. Left arm even, it does a little bit of chopping right here, but it's relaxed. You look like you're, how do I say this? I don't know, you look like you're pointing at things, which is good if you need to do that, but biggest thing I'm saying right now is relax out of the back. Let's move on. So out of the back, the big thing I see here is that sweep leg. Look at that right foot in the air. You're almost leading with the outside of your foot or your knee. Let's compare that to something real quick. So his leg about fully extends right there. And then, boom, inside of the foot leads like that. You, on the other hand, are trying to really flip around really quick out of the back. And this might be the cause of your upper body. Let's look at where your left arm is. Watch your non-discus hand right when that foot lands versus Gerd's. See his foot lands, look at his body versus yours. His left leg, his knees are tight. That left leg is getting from the back of the circle to the front of the circle. Your left leg is taking its sweet time. Boom, 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 boom. Get those knees tight. Get that leg moving faster. Another thing I'm going to point out, and this might be hard to see, but look at how he kind of hops up. Watch his hips. Watch his hips from here to here. They come up. And then they come down a little, and then they come up again. You look like you're kind of just shuffling through the circle. You stay at the same height the whole time. If I watch the top of your head, it doesn't move much until the finish right there when you start to use your legs. get a little hoppy out of the back. You know, I like how you're staying close to the ground, but you look like you're just trying to side shuffle through the circle. Remember, that throw is a 2-meter sprint. You need to be sprinting across the circle, hopping across the circle, and spinning across the circle, I guess, but less of the last one. We're going to point out a few more things. So, well, continuing with that right foot here. Watch the right foot that's about to land. Boom, boom. Look at that. It stops moving right there. It's not really doing much. Let's look over here. Look, it lands, keeps rotating, keeps rotating. Boom. Lands, stops rotating. And then you kind of stop pushing. Right here, you're not really using the ground anymore to push because that foot just comes off. Yeah. So, as you'll hear me mention in a million other videos, that right foot, this isn't as bad here, but get your heel off the ground, get that foot turning. You might be... If you're going to let your foot come off the ground here, rotate it much further before it comes off the ground and push the ground away harder. Look at Gert here. You can almost see that foot right there, his right leg, right foot, is pushing the crap out of the ground. He's using that leg to throw right now. You look like you're landing on your left and then all the weight keeps going onto your left leg. And you don't really get a chance to push off the ground with that right leg. That's something you're missing out on that you're going to want to work on. Next one, this is big. I love talking about this, is the orbit. I'm referencing another one of my YouTube videos where I talk about high point and low point. I think the title of the video is like stop dipping or stop scooping or something like that. Fix your orbit. This is huge. Let's watch the high points and low points of your discus. We could also do it with your left hand too because they're usually very similar. Today we're just going to talk about the discus high points and low points. Let's walk through this. All right, we got high point here. Say your low point is right there. Not bad. And then what happened? The discus doesn't change height at all. You might as well be throwing a line drive. So let's compare real quick. Well, let me finish going through the throw. Low point should be your high point right about here. Low point, and then not a lot of orbit. Watch this frame right here. This is a very important frame. We're gonna go back. Look at my boy here. Low point. High point. Now, in reference to the head, his discus, the bottom of his discus is about probably at or above the top of his head. Your hand is below your shoulder. Here, I forgot I have technology and stuff. You are right here. He is right there. That disc, I wish I could make a straight line. Oh, I can't. That discus, look at that. You have that much room to increase that, meaning the arm should be right up about here right now. Cool. So, that is important because if your discus is here and then you're pulling it down, your orbit is going to be funky. Whenever you hear a floppy disc, I know that's a different word, but the disc is wobbling. Many people would say that is from an improper orbit, or an orbit where your high points and low points are more or less than 180 degrees apart. And we definitely have that going on. In fact, you kind of skip your high point. Discus just stays low, then goes lower, and then you try to lift it at the last second. That's not really going to do much for you. So orbit, go watch the video of mine where I fully explain where your high points and low points should be. If you're bored, you can also check out the high and low points of your left hand, but it's probably not as important. I want to check this out real quick. Your left hand here, left arm, that's not bad. And then, wah, you got yourself, you might as well put your hand in your pocket right there because it's not really helping you out at your side. Let's watch Gerd. He's getting that left hand out. See, you do that well, but then you tuck it in, whereas he is, the usual block right there. So I would recommend that you work on that. Think about, actually, let's see if he does it. There's something I heard a while ago where when you think about blocking, think about pointing your left palm. Close your eyes and think about this. Point your left palm towards the sky when you block. Now, I can't say that I do that, but when I think about it, it helps me think about what a good block should be. You're pulling that left elbow into your side rather than put your left hand in your pocket. So that left arm, look at that. That left arm stops for a millisecond, and that's when the right side comes around. Remember, you're not throwing your discus with your right hand, your right arm. Right side of your upper body doesn't do crap here. It's just along for the ride. The left side of your body, look at that. Left side is what's actually throwing the disc. Watch this. Watch his left arm. Left arm. Amazing. And then if you watch this video, you can see that you're not really using your left arm. You're pushing the disc with your right arm. Push. There's a push going on. Remember, you try to push that discus, good luck. You need to pull it. No man is strong enough and fast enough to push a disc to 70 meters. You need to pull that disc around with the left side of your body. So, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about. This may be the most important. Look at this left arm here. It comes around. I love it. It's a little ahead of the lower body. But then, it just keeps on going. It opens you up. You land with your... All right, we got contact right here. Left arm. Look at where it's at. It's pointing down the right sector line, it looks like. Let's look at contact here. We got, boom, contact. His left arm is still pointing towards the camera, or not even towards the camera yet. Right there we got towards the camera. So I could hypothetically say that your left arm being too active from here to here, probably here to here, is opening you up, and then you land with very little separation. And then with the very little separation you have, you're coming off your right leg. You're not really using that right leg enough, and you try to push it as a last moment effort to throw far. And you can see those hips aren't really doing much. So you're missing out on some extra feet. Let's watch his left hand here. This is big. I always use Gerd as an example for this because he does this tremendously well. Left hand, look, he opens up the same way you do. Good. But then what happens right here? Look at his left arm. It's not moving. It is not moving. I call that the wrap. Everyone calls that the wrap. Everyone says, you're not supposed to wrap in discus. You wrap in discus. Everyone does. Everyone who throws far wraps in discus. Just not as hard as they do in shot put. If Tom Walsh tried to do his wrap in the discus throw, it probably wouldn't work as well. Now, the wrap is hypothetically that left arm stopping for a few milliseconds in the middle of the circle and then opening back up. Like I said, Gerd does this perfectly. Left arm stops here and then look, rips it open. And skadoosh, you got like 78 meters. So what I would tell you to do is relax that left arm. It's a little fast here. And then right here, slow it down a little bit. It's opening up. Hold it back, hold it back. Get that right heel off the ground. Get your feet down. Get your discus up. And then right before this foot comes down is when that left arm is going to rip open. You can see you already got that down. Your left arm does accelerate from here to here. There's just no separation for you to benefit from. Let's see if there's anything else I can point out. Good job. You got your chest up. It's not bad. Yeah, man. The torso angles are not bad at all. Ooh, I see something. Check this out. Let me work some magic here. Never. It's like my first time using this app. So, you know what? Let me redo that. Boom. 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 Watch this. You're about to see some magic. Sorry, I did that wrong. Boom. 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 Check this out. I can make a straight line from his head to his heel. Boom. Look, we got arrows. That right leg here is what needs to be pushing the ground. One thing I like to point out is when I say hips to the sector, that right hip, think about if you had a laser coming out of your right hip or your hips or however you want to imagine something like that. You want that laser pointing into the sector, even the left sector line for righties at the point of release. Look at him. If you were to point a laser out of his, let's say, I gotta keep it PG. Let's say he has a laser coming out of his hips. That laser is pointing down the left sector line right now. That his belly button is pointing down the left sector line right now. Yours is pointing down maybe the middle of the sector or the right sector line. So that is a good example of lack of separation. The hips are not ahead. The upper body looks like the upper body is ahead of the hips at point of release. Oh yeah, definitely. Hips aren't doing crap there. You might as well be in a wheelchair and just power through it. So sorry, I got totally off track. What I want you to do is think about, this is kind of a cringe cue that I hear coaches use, but a C pushing, your body should. That's where I love right there is pushing the hips into the sector like that. Pushing the hips into the sector. You see here how your body does not really fit into that C, whereas his does very well. Sorry, I keep highlighting the wrong leg. Dang it. See what I mean, though? Your hips are back. His hips are forward. Boom, boom, boom. Ethan, you're doing great. I'm sorry I rambled on for so long. I should probably start making these more organized, but I give you a list of things to work on. Just keep working on them. Biggest thing, honestly, for you right now is that sweep leg out of the back. It's messing you up, throws off the rhythm, the fluidity, throws everything off. You need to work on that sweep. Knee, think about knee up. Look at this. Knee up. See his knee? Look at that. It's up here. Boom. Boom. Versus you are knee down. and then leg just flings around. You do want the leg to fling around, but not in that manner. Remember, lead with the inside of your foot. Get to the circle. Get this foot off the ground sooner. Get it traveling to the front of the circle faster. It's going to help you big time. Awesome job, buddy. Keep working. And then if you guys are interested in getting a technical analysis like this, I will be posting more of these to YouTube. Ethan, like I mentioned, purchase the program, and with that comes free technical analysis whenever you want. There are honestly only 20 spots left to purchase the program with this feature. After 20 more spots have been taken, it'll cost extra for future clients to get technical analysis with their program. But Ethan, good job. Keep working. If you guys want to follow Ethan on Instagram, I think his name is Hoppe. You just look up Ethan Hoppe with 2 P's and an E. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're interested in more technical analysis, and comment below if you have any requests for video ideas. You know, I have a bunch of ideas that I'm working on, but let me know if you need something done, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching, guys.